Looking now at the outright odds from the tournament, one player I think who has a very good chance to get to semi-finals is Donny Clayton. Bookmakers' best odds are 66 to 1, Betfair's between 90 to 100 to 1. I think he's got a nice draw. I think he's in better form than Bunting, and I think they'll play to the quarterfinals. He'll then run up against Luke Little, and that's where the problem might be. And unless Little has a shock start in his tournament, I think Little will beat Clayton, but I think Clayton odds are good. I've got a chance someone here odds in the tournament who I actually don't, well, I have to say, don't rate very well in his form in this tournament. That's Ross Smith, and it's very strange. He's 100 to 1 on the bookies. Betfair, Ross Smith 149 to 1. Now he's never got to fourth round, but actually he's got a good draw this year, and he's got a chance to get into fourth round, and then from there you never know what might happen if he gets going finally, some form in this tournament. As in the third round, Ross Smith is seeded to play Dave Chisholm, who's totally off form. The other people in that area he might be playing, if he assuming he gets through his first two rounds, Ross Smith is possibly Josie Sal's one of my favourite players, but he's not performing he was a few years ago. And Fallon Sherrick, if she has a shocker win over Dave Chisholm, which isn't impossible actually. Chisholm's in bad form, and she could actually beat DeSouza because he's not in the best of form. And then ends up against Ross Smith. I think he's got a kind draw, Ross Smith. He then will play Johnny Clayton actually in final 16. That is where I think his luck starts to run out, but the odds on Smith are not that bad. A totally overpriced player, 229 to 1 on Betfair. Best as bookies, 175 to 1 is Michael Smith. He's known nothing much in the last 3 years since winning world title. He's been very disappointing. But these odds are ridiculous. I mean, I know he's got injury problems and maybe a lack of confidence, but he managed to get through Grand Slam qualifiers to get there. He did relatively well there. I mean, on for Michael, if he finds it together, it would be nothing like these odds. Now, I feel he might be as well just completely underperformed, but 229 to 1 odds on Betfair is a farcical price. Two other players being overpriced. Davin Boulder 239 to 1 on Betfair, and Wildstar 289 to 1. Searle can underperform this tournament. Dirk can as well, but I think the odds. There's some people who are shorter odds who I think like Russell Nyman, for example, who doesn't turn in this country at all. Jan van Veen, who hasn't won a match in the 2 matches played the World Championships. These are shorter prices, which confuses me. We then have Danny Noppert, 59 to 1 with Betfair, 51 with the bookies. Noppert's Mr. Consistent. I think he gets to a quarter final. I think he has better chance than Josh Walker, who slightly underperforms on the TV still. If then a quarter-finals, he'll probably Noppert will probably play Michael Van Gerwen, although going. Oh, you know what Van Gerwen are going to get in a minute. So Noppert could actually get to a semis of playing Luke Humphries. I think the odds are probably, the value's not quite as much as it was earlier on Noppert, but I think he's got a good chance. And then the wank outside guy who's actually gone down in the odds, in fact, Charlie Manby. I think a few people are talking about Charlie Manby. Betfair 559 to 1 with bookies. You also get 500 to 1 there. In first round, he's going to have a harder time the first round. The second round, he's playing Cameron Menzies as seed. But I think Menzies, after what happened last year, he's vulnerable. And Manby could maybe win that. Second round, he's got Matt Campbell and Adam Zaveda without, and I think he'll beat both of those. I think both of them will beat whoever those two get through. Third round, he's then got James Wade, who's not really Wade, he's got tournament this one at all. Which has 4 semi-finals, but the last 3 years he's lost the second round each year. So I don't think he's a great player, totally underrated in terms of his career. But this is not Wade's tournament. Fourth round, if Charlie Manby gets through that, which I think maybe Wade might be favourite, but not by much. Jan van Veen, who, if he gets in a run, is fine, but he's lost his 2 matches in this tournament so far. And then Manby was probably going to face Luke Humphries, who'll probably lose. But the odds are huge on Manby, and I think he's certainly better value for some of the other rank outsiders.